Hello dear students, how are you all? I TAUSIF welcome you once again on this wonderful platform which is Example. And here we are studying English language for various competitive exam. Though the title is this class is for SSC, whether it is CGL, CHSL, CPO, Steno. Okay, so any exam that is conducted by SSC, this class is going to help you because the basic concepts of grammar and the basic rules of grammar, the general English that we say, never change. So this class is going to help you whether you are going to appear for CGL or CHSL, CPO, Steno. So any exam you are going to appear, this class is going to be very helpful. Okay, and as you can see, today's topic is participles, right? Today's topic is participle. This is a very important topic for any of these exams. And not just SSC, this class may be helpful for you in other exams also, with banking or defense exams, because I repeatedly say that basic concept, basic rules and general English never change. So if you are good at English grammar, if you are good at understanding rules, this will definitely help you in all your endeavors towards any examination. Okay, so please pay 100% of your attention towards this class, and this particular topic, participle, is going to be very helpful for you. Okay, so Riya Das, good morning. Pallab, good morning. And I want you to share the session so that more students may join the class, right? I would like you to share the session because as many as students would come, there will be a good class, there will be a wonderful class, right? So let's start. Now, what are participles? What are participles? The very first thing that comes in our mind when we listen participle. So what are participles? Participles are derived from verbs. Okay, participles are derived from verbs and thus appear to be verbs, but they serve many other purposes except the main verb. Okay, so participles are actually the forms of verbs, but they are not verbs. Participles are derived from verbs, but they are not verbs. They do not serve as a main verb. Rather, they serve many other purposes. They can be adjective, they can be participle phrase, they can be connector, but participles are not the main verb. Okay, so the very first thing you have to keep in mind that though participles are derived from verbs and appear to be verb, yet they serve many other purposes except verb. So participle is not main verb. And since participles are not main verb, they have nothing to do with the tense of a sentence. Participles have nothing to do with the tense of a sentence because they are not the main verb. Though they appear to be main verb, but they are actually, adjective, participle phrase, and connectors, right? So the participles are derived from verbs. They appear verb, but they are not main verb, right? Now, if participles are not verbs, what they actually are? Since participles are not main verbs, what they actually are? So participles can be an adjective. Participles can be an adjective, and you all must know the role of adjective in a sentence. Adjectives are used to modify the meaning of a noun. So as I told you that participles are formed by verbs, but they are not verbs. So what are the roles and responsibilities of participle in a sentence? Participles can be adjective. And what are adjectives? Adjectives are used to modify the meaning of a noun. Okay. Second, a participle phrase. Apart from being an adjective, a participle can also be used in participle phrase. And participle phrase, this also works as an adjective. This also works as an adjective. So whether there is a single word, whether it is used in group, a participle can be used to modify a noun. That is adjective. And third use of participle is a connecting phrase. Right? To connect, to join two sentences, we use conjunctions. But in place of conjunction, we can also use participle phrases. Right? So, apart from being an adjective, participles are participle phrase and connecting phrase also. So there are three major roles that a participle play. A participle is an adjective. A participle is a adjective phrase, that is called participle phrase, and a participle can also be the connector, which is used to join two sentences, which is called connecting phrase. Right? So these are the roles of participles. Now, types of participles. Types of participles. Pallab, why is not the 8 p.m. class happening, sir? Dear Pallab, that class has been discontinued for some reasons, and classes for JCA, Junior Court Assistant, will resume on this channel at 1 p.m. Okay, so the English class that I have been teaching at 8 p.m. in Hindi medium channel, that same class will be continued on this channel, English Medium Prep by Exampur, at 1 p.m. every day. Okay, so I'm starting the class right from today at 1 p.m. Okay, so if anyone is preparing for JCA, that is Junior Court Assistant, may attend my class at 1 p.m. not on the Exampur channel, but here on English Medium Prep by Exampur. Okay, right. So types of participles. Participles are of three types. Participles are of three types. First, present participle. Second, past participle. And third is perfect participle. Okay. Participles are of three types. As we have seen that a participle is derived from verb, thus it appears to be a verb, but it is not a verb actually. It is an adjective. It may be a connector. It serves many other purposes except verb. And participles are of three types. Participles are of three types. One is present participle, second is past participle, and third is perfect participle. What is a present participle? A present participle is the ing form of verb. Okay, a present participle is the ing form of verb. What is a past participle? A past participle is a third form of verb. And what is perfect participle? Perfect participle is having plus third form of verb. Right? So a present participle is ing form, a past participle is third form, and a perfect participle is having plus third form. Okay? If we see an example, let's take a verb feel. Okay, so what would be the present participle of feel? It's feeling. This is present participle of feel. This is past participle of feel, felt, and having felt, this is perfect participle. Okay, so feeling is the present participle, felt is past participle, and having felt is perfect participle. Now you must be thinking that feeling is the continuous form of verb. You might get confused between these two things, feeling as the continuous verb and feeling as the present participle. In many books, it has been mentioned that a present participle is also the continuous form of verb, but there is a slight difference between both the terms. A continuous verb is actually a main verb, but a present participle is not the main verb, rather it is an adjective or a connecting word. Okay, let me give you one example. When an ing form of verb is used with be verb, it is continuous form. It is continuous form. But when it is used without be verb as an adjective, it is a participle. So to be a continuous form, the ing form must be used with be, and if it is not be, if be is not there, it is not a continuous form. For example, if I write I am still feeling cold, so here ing verb is used with be, so this is not participle, this is continuous verb. Okay, in this sentence the word feeling is not a participle, it is a continuous form because it has been used with be verb. And if you do not know what is be, let me tell you that is, am, are the first form of be, was, were are the second form of be, and been is the third form of be. Right? So is, am, are, was, were, be, been, being, all these words are forms of be. Right? So I am feeling cold. In this sentence, feeling is continuous verb. But if I write feeling my friends, or right, feeling the pain of my friend, I got disturbed. So in this sentence, feeling is present participle. So differentiate between the two. If the ing form of verb is used with be verb, it is a continuous verb, continuous form, and if it is used as an adjective or to connect sentences, it is present participle. Same is the case with past participle. If a past participle is used with have, it is a verb, and if it is used without have, it is a verb, right? And having felt cannot be a main verb, it is only participle. Okay, so let's go into the details. What is present participle? And not just theory. Today we'll see some very good examples, very good questions actually, that will definitely be helpful in your examination. Okay, so not just theory, today we are going to solve some very good questions also. Okay. Okay, let's see. Present participle. What is present participle? A present participle is the ing form of verb. It appears to be a continuous form of verb, but it is not a verb, it is participle. Okay, the same thing that I explained to you in the previous slide, that present participle is the ing form of verb which appears to be a main verb, but it is actually a participle, right? As you can see in the example, just check out these three examples. I was not burning the paper. I was not burning the paper. In this sentence, we have an ing form of verb which has been used with be verb. As I told you, that is, am, are, was, were, be, been, being, all these are be verbs. Okay, so in this sentence, an ing form of verb has been used with was. So this ing verb is not a participle, this is continuous form of verb. Okay, in this sentence, the word burning is continuous form of verb because it has been used with be verb. Okay, in the second sentence, again, we have the same word burning. A burning paper must not be kept on a wooden plate. A burning paper must not be kept on a wooden plate. So, in this sentence, the very first thing is that burning, that is ing form of verb, is not followed by any be verb. Okay, in this sentence, there is no be verb before the word burning. That means burning is not continuous form. Burning is not continuous verb. And if burning is not continuous form, what it actually is? So in this sentence, what must not be kept on a wooden plate? Paper must not be kept on a wooden plate. In this sentence, what must not be kept on a wooden plate? The paper. And what type of paper must not be kept? A burning paper. Okay, so in this sentence, the subject is paper. The subject is paper. That means the noun is paper. And burning is its adjective. In this sentence, what we have said, that a paper must not be kept on a wooden table. And what type of paper it is? The burning paper. Okay, so burning is actually the adjective. Burning is actually the adjective of paper. What is the definition of an adjective? Any word that modifies the meaning of a noun is an adjective. Any word that modifies the meaning of an adjective, the meaning of a noun is adjective. So here the word burning is modifying the meaning of the word paper, because we are not talking about any paper. Papers can be kept on a wooden table, no problem, but a burning paper must not be kept. So here the word burning modifies the meaning of the noun paper. That's why burning is an adjective. And when an ing form of verb serves as an adjective, it is a present participle. Okay, so in this sentence, in the first sentence, burning was a continuous form of verb. It was the main verb of the sentence because it was used with a be verb. But in the second sentence, the word burning is a present participle because it has been used as the adjective of the subject, which is paper. So we have the same word here in both the sentences, but one is the continuous form of verb while the other is the present participle, which is actually the adjective of paper. Now in this sentence, in the third sentence, burning inside, the tree turned risky. Burning inside, the tree turned risky. Now try to understand. This burning is neither a continuous form nor the adjective, because burning is not modifying the word inside. To be an adjective, an ing form must have a noun with it. But here, as we can see, there is no noun. So this burning is neither an adjective nor a main verb. In the third sentence, the word burning has not been used with be verb. That's why it is not the main verb, and there is no noun with it. It means it is not even an adjective. Then what is the function, what is the role of burning in the third sentence? So this is a connecting phrase. Burning inside is a phrase, and it is a connecting phrase which is used to join, which is used to connect two sentences. Okay, so there are three examples. In the first sentence, burning is the ing form. In the second sentence, burning is adjective, and in the third sentence, burning is a connecting phrase. Okay, we will definitely see the details of all three, how in ing is used as a connecting phrase, what are the rules, okay, what are the limitations, and what type of questions are asked in examination. Okay, so we'll see. So I hope that you have got the point. Now let's talk about past participle. As I told you, that past participle is the third form of verb which is used without have. Okay, if have or has or had is followed by a third form, the third form will not be a past participle. It will just be a normal third form of verb. So let's see what is past participle. A past participle is the third form of verb. A past participle is the third form of verb. It appears to be a perfect form. Okay, a past participle is a third form of verb which appears to be a perfect form, but it is not a verb. Now you must be thinking that what is a perfect form? So whenever a third form is used with have, has or had, it is called the perfect form. Whenever a third form of verb is used with have, has or had, it is called a perfect form, right? So past participle is not a perfect form. That means if a third form is used without have, has or had, then only it is past participle. Otherwise it is just a normal perfect form. So we have some examples here. In the first sentence, we have a third form annoyed. Okay, we have a third form annoyed, which has been used with have. So this word annoyed is just a normal perfect form. Okay, in this sentence, the word annoyed, which is the third form of annoy, has been used with have. That's why this word is just a normal perfect form. Just a normal perfect form which is used in a present perfect or past perfect or future perfect tense. But in the second sentence, as we can see, we have the same word annoyed, but there is no have, has or had. So here the third form has been used without have. What does that mean? That means that this word is past participle. Okay, in this sentence the word annoyed is past participle, and same way the present participle is used as an adjective, a past participle is also an adjective. Okay, and in the third sentence, this is annoyed by your behavior. This is participle phrase. This is connecting phrase that has been used to connect two sentences, right? So as we can see that annoyed, third form of verb. As we can see, a third form of verb can be a normal perfect form with have. Okay, it can be an adjective without have, and with other words it can make a group which can be used as a connecting phrase. Okay, so this was about past participle. If you have any doubt, if you want to ask anything, you can ask me. Anonymous teacher, there are lots of things that we teachers do not decide, strategies and which class has to be continued and which has to be discontinued. All these are management decisions, and we teachers just have to teach where we are told to do. Okay, so that class has been discontinued. It's a management decision, and the classes for JCA will be continued on this channel, which is English Medium Prep by Example, right? So I'll be teaching here. Now, if you have any doubt regarding the structures, the uses of present participle or past participle, please let me know, then we'll move forward. Do you have any doubt? Okay. Let's continue. Now the third one is, first we saw present participle, then past participle. Now the third one is perfect participle. The third one is perfect participle. Now what is a perfect participle? As we have already discussed, that a perfect participle is the third form of verb. A perfect participle is the third form of verb with the word having. So when having, the word having is followed by a third form, together they are called perfect participle. Okay, that is having plus third form, as you can see here, having plus third form. Okay, so whenever a third form of verb is has having before it, together they are called perfect participle. As you can see here in this sentence, having had lunch, I went to my friend's place. Having had lunch, I went to my friend's place. Now what is the meaning of this phrase, having had lunch? So as you can see here, perfect participle indicates, now try to understand the meaning of perfect participle. Present participle indicates that an action had happened before another. Okay, what is the meaning? What is the use of a perfect participle? Perfect participle indicates that an action had happened before the other action. So when I say I went to my friend's place, I went to my friend's place. So it was someday when I was going to my friend's place. But before going to my friend's place, I had done some other thing too. And what was that? I had lunch. Okay, so perfect participle is indicating that this action had happened before the other one, right? That means before going to my friend's place, I already had lunch. Okay, I had completed this action before doing this one. So perfect participle indicates that action had happened before another. Okay, so this is the only meaning of perfect participle, and this is the only use of perfect participle in a sentence, right? Perfect participle indicates the prior actions. Okay, SSC channel is facing some technical issues, and very soon all the issues will be resolved, and I guess today only all the issues will be resolved. You should not be worried about that. Okay, there are some technical glitches, and the technical team is trying very hard to resolve all the technical issues so that all the classes may be continued. So don't worry about it. Tell me one thing, that are you actually getting what I'm teaching you, or you are not getting? Many of my students must be thinking that, sir, why have you discontinued your classes at 8 p.m? Classes were going well, we were learning things, and syllabus was yet to be completed there. Why have you discontinued the classes? So as I told you that I have not discontinued. Many of the decisions that are taken from the management side, and every decision has some good things, some bad things. Okay, now let's see some other things. Now this is something very important. Okay, why is this important? Because the examples, the rules that I am going to tell you now will be asked in your examinations. Okay, difference between present and past participle as adjectives. Okay, as we have discussed that present participle and past participle both are used as adjectives. Okay, present participle and past participles both are used as adjectives. Now, if both are used as adjectives, there must be some difference in the meaning. Okay, both cannot have the same meaning. Okay, so what is the difference between present and past participle as adjectives? See, both present participle, that is the ing form of verb, and past participle, that is the third form of verb, can be used as adjectives to modify a noun, but both have different meanings. Obviously, how can both the participle have the same meaning? So it is very obvious that though both are used as adjectives, yet they have different meanings. And questions are often asked in examinations regarding the meaning of both the participles, right? So now let me explain you. This is the present participle, and when it is followed by a noun, okay, a present participle followed by a noun, it is adjective. Okay, or we should write it as present participle adjective. Okay, so when an ing form of verb is used with a noun as a present participle, it is called present participle adjective. And when a third form of verb is used with a noun, it is past participle adjective. And remember one thing, this word can be present participle only if there is no be verb. Okay, if there is be verb before ing, it will not be a present participle, it will be a continuous form. And same is the case with third form. Third form of verb is past participle adjective only if there is no have before it. There is no have before it. Let me write an example. A burning paper, and here a burnt paper. Okay, a burning paper. Here the word burning is present participle, which is the adjective for paper, and in this sentence burnt is perfect participle, which is adjective for the word paper. So this is present participle adjective and this is past participle adjective. Now what is the difference between the meaning of these two participles? See, present participle adjective is the action of noun. Remember this. Present participle adjective is the action of noun, and past participle adjective is the condition of noun. Okay, So this is the main difference between the meaning of present and past participle. Present participle is the action of noun, while past participle is the condition of noun. Let's understand this with the help of example. In the example, a burning paper, the meaning of the sentence is that we have a paper which is burning. We have a piece of paper which is burning, right? So in this sentence, the word burning is action of noun. The noun is paper. We have a piece of paper. The piece of paper we have is burning. So here the word burning is the action of this noun. A paper which is burning. And in the second sentence, again, we have a piece of paper. Actually, we had a piece of paper. And it is not burning. It has already burnt. So in this sentence, the word burnt is the condition of paper. That I got a piece of paper, and what was its condition? In what condition did I get the piece of paper? It was burnt. I could not use the piece of paper because it was burnt. Its condition was not good. So in this sentence, the word burnt is the condition of paper, and in this sentence, the word burning is the action of paper. So present participle is the action that the noun is, taking at the time. And the word, and the third form of verb, which is past participle, is the condition of noun. Okay? Got the point or not? Right. So we have some examples here. Okay. In these examples, I have used use of present and past participles. So in this sentence, I have used present and past participles. Now you have to read the sentences and tell me whether the participle used in these sentences are correct or they should be changed. Okay, so the first sentence is, I tried to save the burnt house because I had no other house to live in. So this is your sentence. I tried to save the burnt house because I had no other house to live in. Now tell me, is this sentence correct, or does this sentence need any correction? Vallabh house, a burnt house cannot be saved. Okay. Any other students who would like to answer? Akash Singh Chauhan, burning house. Okay, so all of you are absolutely correct. That how can I save a burnt house? If something has already burnt, how can I save it? So I will try to save a house while it is burning. After it had burned, how can I save it? It had already burned. So there is no question of saving it. Right? So a house or anything, not just house, anything, can be saved only while it is burning. And since it has already burned, no one can save it. Okay. I can save a dying person. If a person is dying, then only I can save it. And if he has already died, how can I save him? I cannot save a dead. Okay, I can save a person only if he is dying. Okay, if he has died, I cannot save him. So the same way, I try to save the burnt house. Here the word use of past participle is wrong. In place of burnt, we have to use burning. Okay. In place of burnt, we have to use burning, right? Now, second example. The movie was so interesting that I watched it twice. The movie was so interested that I watched it twice. Example number 2. The movie was so interested that I watched it twice. Is this sentence correct? Okay. See, the sentence is the movie was so interested. It is we that are interested, okay, in watching movie. Movies are interesting. Okay. Movies interest us. Okay. We do not interest movie. Movie interests us. Okay. Tell me one thing. If I am going to watch a movie, who wants to watch it? I. So I am interesting. Who is creating interest? Who is creating interest? If I am going to watch a movie, who is creating interest? Am I creating interest or the movie is creating interest? Movie is creating interest. That's why I will be interested in watching that movie. So a movie cannot be interested. It must be interesting. A movie creates interest. That's why it must be interesting, not interested. Okay. So in this sentence, in place of interested, we have to use interesting. Right. Now the third sentence. A fresh ocean breeze on a hot summer day is refreshed, so I feel refreshing. Is this sentence correct? A fresh ocean breeze on a hot summer day is refreshed, so I feel refreshing. See, a fresh ocean breeze on a hot summer day is refreshing. Here the use of word refreshed is wrong. The correct form will be refreshing. Okay, because in the sentence, who is refreshing others? The fresh breeze. Action. The fresh breeze itself is not refreshed. It is refreshing. Okay. So here the word refreshed must be changed and the word refreshing must be used. And the second word. So I feel refreshing. I do not feel refreshing. I feel refreshed. Okay. So both the words must be interchanged. Right? In place of refreshing, we have to use refreshed, and in place of refreshed, we have to use refreshing. Okay. Now, the next sentence. The scene of crime was very frightened, so the police did not allow anyone to stay there. The scene of crime was very frightened, so the police did not allow anyone to stay there. See, the scene of crime was not frightened. It was we who were frightened. Okay. The scene of crime must have been frightening. Okay. The scene of crime cannot be frightened. It must be frightening. So in place of frightened, we have to use frightening. Okay, the scene of crime was very frightening, so the police did not allow anyone to stay there. Okay, now the next sentence. I got distracting by the voice of engine, so I could not concentrate on my work. I got distracting. See, after get and be, we have to use the third form of verb. And I did not get distracting, I got distracted. So in the sentence, the word distracting is wrong. In place of distracting, we have to use distracted. Okay. Next sentence. Your behavior was very embarrassed in the party. Your behavior was very your behavior was very embarrassed in the party. Your behavior was very embarrassed in the party. So in this sentence, in place of embarrassed, we have to use embarrassing. Okay, because behavior embarrasses someone. Behavior itself is not embarrassed. Okay, if my friend is behaving like a crazy person, I'll be embarrassed and his behavior will be embarrassing. So in this sentence, we have to replace the word embarrassed with embarrassing. Right? Now 7. I was so entertained during the party that I decided to stay there the whole night. Now, what is the error in this sentence? Example number 7. What is the error in this sentence? I was so entertained during the party that I decided to stay there the whole night. Why, Pallav? What is the problem that you faced while solving the English paper? You should call me someday and then we'll discuss on call that what are the actual problems that you are facing while solving English. Okay, Pallav? Someday we'll talk over it. Okay, so I was so entertained during the party. Okay, so this sentence is absolutely correct. There is no error because the word entertained is absolutely correct. I was entertained during the party, right? I was not entertaining, I was entertained during the party. Okay, now example number 8. All the students were thrilling to know that they would be sent to Rishikesh for trekking and river rafting. Now, tell me, is this sentence correct or there is any error? So all the students were thrilled. All the students were thrilled. They were not thrilling anyone. Okay, this cannot be the action of the students. This is the condition of the students, that they were thrilled. Okay, so these were some examples to give you an idea that what is the difference between a present participle adjective and a past participle adjective. And the questions are asked in examination in the same format, right? So there are questions that have present participle or past participle as adjectives, and if you know the difference between the meaning of both the words, you can easily solve these questions, and these questions are very easy. Okay, So this much for today. We'll continue this class tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll teach you how a participle is used as a connecting phrase, right? And it is going to be very important and very interesting. So do join class tomorrow, same time at 8 a.m. and we'll discuss the uses of present participle as a connecting phrase. Okay, so this much for today. See you tomorrow, same time. Have a nice day.